Hey friends, today's video we're gonna get a little bit ranty, we're gonna get a little bit salty because we're back with some more tomfoolery and some more fuckery that some brands have been getting up to because you know that they couldn't stop, you know they can't stop, won't stop. I asked y'all on Twitter and on Instagram the other day if you had seen any advertisements, brands, or any sort of marketing strategies where brands have been using this
stimulus package
as marketing, as like branding, as being like, ooh, now you have your stimulus package, you can buy all this shit. Now, if you aren't from the US, those of us in the United States who I believe it's everybody who makes under 75K got a stimulus check of $1,200, whether you had it direct deposited in your account, if that's the way your taxes were set up, or if you would literally physically get checks in the mail. Those haven't come yet because the president wanted to have his signature on all of them. So like that's taking extra time because he's that vain and narcissistic.
You know.
My sister and I both did get our stimulus and we're gonna be saving them and using them on food and on housing and on things that we need and essentials. And because brands knew that this was happening, they decided to take advantage of it and use it for marketing. Seriously, if you look at the hashtag stimulus on Instagram, oh my god, it's full of fuckery and you'll get mad if you look at it, but it definitely is quite eye-opening to see how many brands are using this as like, use the code stimulus for this amount of money off. A lot of brands are using this right now as kind of a similar situation to like a friends and family sale or like a President's Day sale or like a Labor Day sale. Like there's so many brands right now doing sales because they're seeing people get extra money in their account. I'm not gonna tell you what you should and shouldn't do with your stimulus if you got one. Just be smart and use it the way that's best for you. Obviously, people who lost their jobs has a very different situation from people who are still working, haven't been in any sort of financial hardship. So the situations are different. For brands to be using this right now, it's just altogether
icky.
And we're gonna go through some of the ads that I've seen. Some from makeup brands, clothing brands, car parts. My boyfriend is into cars, so he sent me some stuff on Instagram of just like car companies that are using it as a ploy, you know, using literally code stimulus to get however much money off. And most of these who I've seen having these little sales are not essential items, are not things that you need. It's fucking Fashion Nova and Wish, Dollskill, and we're gonna go into them. So let's start with Dollskill, and it was a video, and the caption is, when that stimulus check finally hits, you better stock up,
bitches.
Cause site-wide BOGO is happening now. And it's just like a video of scrolling through a website showing like a full cart and then just like buying a bunch of stuff because they had a BOGO sale during all of this, which is
fucking gross.
Like, it's fucking gross. Like, Dollskill is already shitty, like, offered, like, a kind of affiliate thing to an Instagrammer, and then when they found out she was in a wheelchair, they, like, decided they didn't want her as a part of it. So, like, Dollskill, and, like, they steal designs, they're just shitty. They're not great. They just have done a bunch of shady things. I don't recommend supporting them as a company. But anyway, so this was the first one that I saw, and I was like, oh boy, am I surprised? No. Already the fact that they're like, better stock up, bitches, like, that's just cringy. Like, that's just cringy as fuck. That's I'll let Eddie Burback say it best.
Yikes. That's gonna be a fucking yikes from me, holy shit.
But similar to Dollskill, Fashion Nova, which is known for their super ethical business practices, Fashion Nova sent out a text message to people. They texted people who were on their mailing list, basically said like, when that stimulus check hits, it's so predatory. It's so fucking predatory to know, like, literally on the day when like a bunch of people had $1,200 deposited into their bank account, they send out a fucking text message to be like, you know you want some overpriced clothes built by children in China? Like, no. No, Fashion Nova, no. It was already bad having it in an ad on an Instagram story, but to like literally text message people, you open up your phone and you're like, oh, I can't avoid this because it's a fucking text message. It's not even like on an app. Fashion Nova fucking sucks. Some other ones that I saw, a bunch of brands were like, use code stimulus, use more memes. I will not spend my stimulus check on C10 parts. Is that a car? That's a car, I think. Me calculating how much Botox I can get with $1,200.
What?
I'm not one to tell you what to do with your money, but like, maybe don't. Maybe don't do that. Some clothing companies said, need some retail therapy? Shop now with code STIMULUS for 20% off your regular price purchase. So not only are they using the like therapy, like retail therapy, it's like the only thing that's gonna make you feel better is spending money. No, it's not. No, it's not at all. Right now, that's the opposite of what people need to do. This one was like super blatant. It was from like a motorsport company. These are all ones that Josh sent me because like I don't follow car companies, but it was a stimulus sale. Oh, so it was like different codes. If you spent over a certain amount of money, you saved more, but it was all based on like stimulus stuff. They sent it 6 days ago, which was literally the day I'm filming this on 420. Hashtag blaze it. But they sent this the day before the stimulus checks were deposited. Like, the timing of all of these is very transparent, very suspect. It's obvious that y'all are trying to just like be predatory as shit to get into people's brains to be like, oh, well, I have $1,200 that I didn't have yesterday. What do I need to buy today? Maybe food. I don't know. Medication, basic necessities. There's so many. Literally, if you just search the stimulus check or stimulus package on Instagram, everything from clothing to custom grills, people are using that as like a marketing tag, which is not cool. Wish did the same thing. They sent an email that said, make the most of that stimulus. Have fun inside with sewing kits, games, and more. Hey, Wish. Maybe don't. Your stuff is literal crap. Nope. Wicked Clothes did the same thing. Last chance, spend your stimulus and get 20% off. Like, it's one thing to have a sale, but to blatantly say, spend your stimulus, spend the money that the government gave you because the government fucked up. Like, no. One other thing I did see that people were telling me about is that a bunch of companies now have started using the like pay later, like buy now, pay later thing, Afterpay. Too Faced started doing it, Fenty started doing it. And while I see there's benefits to Afterpay for things that like that you need and it's easier than a credit card, blah, blah, blah. Like, I get that there's like a benefit to Afterpay. I'm not saying it's all bad, but for brands to use it as a marketing ploy, for them to be like, maybe you don't have the money now, but you should buy this and then we'll get your money later. It's like, brands aren't even sending things out right now. Like, a lot of brands aren't even shipping things. So again, why should we be spending our money on things that we're not even gonna get for a month? I don't know. Not big brands, like small brands, like indie brands, small businesses. That's a different story, because small businesses are things that I feel like people should support if they do have their stimulus check, that they weren't like losing money before, like they still were getting paid at a normal wage, but then they got the stimulus check on top of it. Like, if anything, if you want to use your money, put it back into your local economy, put it back into your local small businesses to help them, because they're hurting. Too Faced doesn't need your stimulus check. Like,
Fuck off.
But yeah, so Afterpay is another little predatory thing that they're doing now, where it's like, purchase all of your must-haves now and pay for them later. But we don't need these must-haves, do we? I don't know. But the worst thing, the worst offenders of them all, which are pretty much always the worst offenders of every marketing ploy and every sort of predatory branding, business, advertising, MLMs are back at it again. Now, if you don't know what an MLM is, it stands for multi-level marketing, not man-loving man. I've had a lot of people be confused before whenever I mentioned it. They're like,
Wait, what's an ML? Why do you hate?
multi-level marketing, which essentially is a legal, and I say legal with air quotes because it's probably not, legal pyramid scheme. Companies like LuLaRoe, doTERRA, Beachbody, Monat, Unique, all these companies where you have direct salespeople, like essential oil shills, and any sort of company where you're getting emails or random Facebook messages from people you haven't talked to since high school, wanting you to join their opportunity and become your own boss. Those are cults, okay? They're cults. They're cults that brainwash the people that join them, and 1% of the people that actually join these MLMs make a profit. Like 1% of them. Already, these MLMs were using this kind of stay-at-home order, this mass stay-at-home order, to kind of shill out their own businesses, being like, well,
I'm already here staying at home working working from home, but like now's the best time for you to join my business opportunity.
No, bitch, I'm not going to. If you want to look into any more videos like that go really in depth about MLMs, Kiki, Chanel, and Madison Harnish are great channels you should check out. They do MLM videos all the time. I use a lot of Kiki Chanel's videos for just like research for this video as well. So like I said, not only are MLM boss babes using the work from home model as like a way to recruit more people, and I say recruit because it's very much a cult. They're using this as like,
oh, well, you're already working from home. Now's the perfect time for you to like start this new business opportunity. I'd love for you to become a part of my team and sell stuff that's really, really good and really, really cool and just like be a part of this really great community.
no, it's not a great community. Like I said, 1% of people actually make a profit. So people are using this desperate time where people who may not know any better to recruit people who are desperate. And MLMs already use desperation and use tragedy and use like vulnerable communities and vulnerable people to try and make more money. The MLMs will like prey on stay-at-home moms and usually very specifically military wives, because you have military families who move all over the place and don't kind of have like a solid base of friends usually. So you have these military wives who move with their partners and live on base, and they don't have a lot of opportunity to work. They don't have a lot of opportunity to just like have a regular job. And these MLMs will infiltrate military communities, and then they just sell to each other, and it gets really incestuous and gross. It's gross. Like I said, it's just gross. It's gross and predatory, and it's very obvious what they're trying to do and the kind of people that they're trying to target, people who don't have a lot of other options. Kiki Chanel said in her last video about it, she was like, you never have people signing up for MLMs when they're like at a great time in their life. Like they're never signing up to be a fucking consultant for Beachbody when they're having like the best time. Like they're always doing it when they don't have any other options, when they're desperate, when this is their last resort, when they have nothing else better to do. Like it's clear what these companies are trying to do. So already they were just being generally shitty, kind of giving out bad information, like trying to sell like essential oil kits to like fight the Rona. It's like, bitch, no, like your doTERRA essential oils are not going to keep the virus away.
Ah.
But now you have fuckers like this particular person.
Today is the day to start your own business. Out of your $1,200, take out $129 to start your own business with Color Street.
And there's a ton of these on the like stimulus tag on Instagram, but there's a ton of these companies that are saying, oh, use your stimulus check to invest into this company, which is going to give them money. And they say that, oh, if you invest $1,200, you're going to make that back tenfold. You're going to make back so many times more money, when that's not the case at all. Like it's a lie, because they're brainwashed. Remember? I keep saying it's a cult, they're brainwashed. Taking people who are desperate and maybe don't know any better and using this like, ooh, invest your stimulus check into this company and you're gonna make back all of this money and then some, when that's never the case. So then you have people investing money that they're hoping is going to turn into a lot more, and then it doesn't. And then they're just out that money. And then that person that recruited them and got them to give them money, they're just gaining a little bit of money off of other people's desperation, which is fucking gross. Like, it's so mind-boggling that these companies have not all been shut down. Oh my God. Oh my God. And the reason why these MLM consultants are so like crazy about trying to recruit people is that that's how they make their money. They don't make their money from selling the products, because nobody buys them. Like, I mean, some people do buy them, but it's very few and far between. But most of the money that these people make are from recruiting other people and to have them in their like not upline, downline, to just have them underneath them. And that's how people make money in MLMs, by recruiting other people. The products themselves aren't even good. Like, they're overpriced. The hair products make people's hair fall out. Like Monet, there's like a lawsuit against them right now for people who use them and then their hair fell out. Most of the makeup is always overpriced because they have to jack up the prices to actually get the people money to make, like, they make commission on it. Like, the people selling the products make commission on them. So if you buy any of it, you're paying way more than the product is actually worth, and way more than you would buy something similar from like a drugstore or an Ulta. These companies not only are preying on desperate people and selling overpriced crap, specifically targeting people who have no other option. And right now asking them to invest their money that they got right now into something that's essentially a garbage can. Like, they're not gonna make any of the money back, nada. They'll lose it. Like, that's just how it works. Because none of these companies are legit, and the only people that tout that the companies are legit are the ones who have been brainwashed. So if anybody ever tries to sell you on this shit, and anybody ever tries to recruit you on this crap, please tell them, no, do not even engage with any of their social media. I didn't realize this before, but Kiki brought it up in one of her videos that these folks have like polls on their Instagram pages. And if you respond to them either way, they then use that information. They're like,
Oh, you're engaged.
so then they send you a DM to try and recruit you. Like, they're that quick and weird. After ABH did that partnership with Roden and Fields, Roden and Fields shills were trying to reach out to people who just liked ABH on Instagram. Like, literally just went to the people that follow ABH on Instagram and started shooting out messages to people. Like, that is how weird and predatory and creepy and cringy and gross all of these MLM people are.
Because it's all garbage.
Like, it's all trash. So I don't want to tell you what to do with your stimulus check. I really don't. Just don't invest it into an MLM. That's all I ask. Do what you want with it. Like, be smart about it. If you are somebody who still has a job and you got the stimulus check on top of it, so it's like extra money that you have right now, like I said, maybe consider like putting it back into the local economy. Like, get some takeout, like buy some gift cards for some restaurants, like help out your local businesses and your local small businesses and your local economy. Do that, or save it, like whatever you want to do, but please don't try and sign up for an MLM. So yeah, that's all I had to say. It's a rabbit hole that you can go down. Like, it's a rabbit hole of fuckery. And I mean, it's interesting for sure, but be prepared to get mad because these people are very stupid. Like, the people that join these and the way that they're brainwashed into all of this stuff, like the shit they say on the internet, it's like, you're so dumb. Like, they're so, like, there was one girl in one of Kiki's videos when like one of these like retreats got canceled after like all of this like travel stuff got shut down and like large gatherings got shut down, and like these people were like,
I still want to go on this trip even though the actual like retreat got canceled.
and one of the girls was like, I don't really like watch the news because I like to stay positive. Like, I'm so fucking sick of like toxic positivity. Oh my god. You know, it's one thing to be positive, but another thing to like be totally uninformed and idiotic. Speaking of idiotic, oh my god, all the people that are out like protesting, but they're not protesters, they're terrorists. Oh my god. Seriously, stay home. Please stay home. Sometimes just the world makes you mad. Perpetual state of mad lately. But I hope that you enjoyed this. Definitely go check out Kiki and Madison's videos. I will leave links to their videos in the description and in a card. I love their channels. It's pretty great. Let me know in the comments if there have been any companies that you have seen that have done this shit, that like use the stimulus as like a marketing ploy. Leave it in the comments because I want people to know as much as they can and to just like be as informed as they can be. Anyway, today's song of the day. Let's see, what have I been listening to today? Song of the day was a song that I posted on my Instagram song of the month thing the other day. It's a cover of a Sigur song. It's Hoppipolla. Hoppipolla. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. It's Icelandic. We Are Scientists did a cover of that song, and it was on their B-sides record, Crap Attack, that came out like a really long time ago. But it's a very beautiful cover, and I included it in my Instagram thing that I've been doing all month. Go follow me on Instagram. I'm like 125 followers away from 7,000, so like, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should go do that. I've been trying to keep this like really like aesthetic thing going on with my actual feed, so I like it lately. It's been just like my house and throwback photos and food and selfies and just general good vibes. But yeah, go check out that song, Hoppipolla by We Are Scientists, a cover of a Sigur song. Thanks so much to my patrons. Y'all are great. I appreciate you so much. There's a nice chunk of y'all. You are great. I seriously appreciate it a lot, like a lot. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of my channel, please hit the subscribe button. That would be cool. cool, super funky fresh. If you like ASMR, I have an ASMR channel now, so you can go check that out. Link will be in the description, and it's on my channel too. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and don't join an MLM, and I will see you all on Thursday. Bye!